The Motorcycle Monster is brought to you by the MRA. Whether it's motorcycle insurance, roadside assistance, or motorcycle training, the MRA can save you hundreds. Remember, help is on the way with MRA. Moore has already published 6 books of his artwork, and if you contact Monte to do your next two-wheeled honey, you will get a one-of-a-kind creation.
Unlike a lot of other painters who have a book out and they see a polar bear or whatever and say, hey, I really like that, can I have that on my bike? All of my paint jobs are one of a kind, which means not only will I not copy somebody else's artwork, a famous fantasy artist or somebody else's paint job, but not even my own. So someone will come and they'll maybe look in any one of the 6 published art books that I have that are full of nothing but my fantasy and pinup art, and they will say, oh, I really love this angel you did, will you do that for me? And I'll say, look, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to paint you an angel, and I'm going to draw it first, and you're going to approve it and love it, and we'll change it until it's exactly what you want, and then I'll paint it for you, and then I will never paint it for anyone else in the world.
Moore's entrance into the motorcycle world is as impressive as this high-energy painter's resume. In Las Vegas, he received the Best Paint Award, but that's pretty much the norm when he enters motorcycle competitions.
So far, I personally have only entered my motorcycles that I've painted in 3 bike shows, and I've won every one, including the Las Vegas Bikefest here this weekend for Best Paint, which was, again, a huge honor. You know, there's a lot of stress involved. You kind of get competitive.
Winning awards is nothing new, as Moore has won the World Fantasy Art Show 2 different times.
I've won the World Fantasy Art Show twice for Best Black and White Art, and that's a huge achievement in my career. And they go ahead and assume that an artist such as myself would not be doing the physical work on their bike. They probably think I've got some shop guys or something. Maybe I design it, and I got a couple of airbrush guys in the back, and they're laying down the graphics. And I say, no, if you hire me, I'm doing 100% of your project.
One of the most amazing parts about meeting and spending time with Moore is the reaction he gets from motorcycle enthusiasts when they first see his handiwork.
They'll look at you and they'll look at the books on the table and they'll say, who's the artist? And I'll say, I'm the artist. And they'll look at me and go, you're the artist. And I've said, yes, I'm the guy that did all this stuff, and sometimes they'll just look at you and then they'll just reach out your hand and shake your hand and go, man, I gotta shake your hand because, this is the stuff, this is the real deal. I'm really impressed. And you meet such really neat people, and one of the things that I share with them, no matter whether they like my artwork or not, is a love for motorcycles.
Moore's award-winning motorcycle at the Las Vegas show, Fire and Ice, is unique in that it has dual themes.
That's why my Fire and Ice bike, which I won for Best Paint here at the Bike Fest, is all covered with a fantasy art theme. Big warrior knights, those kind of themes appeal to men because they're masculine and they're tough. But there's also beautiful women rising out of fire and snow, and the paint job is actually has Celtic knotwork going down the middle, and the bike is almost what I call a Jekyll and Hyde theme. It feels like 2 different motorcycles from one side to the other. One side is completely fire, one side is completely ice, and I've never seen that done before. And my girlfriend, I was talking to her about a theme I wanted to do, and I said, I'm thinking of doing this bike and maybe starting at fire in the front and tearing it towards ice at the back, but I haven't really decided what the transition will be. And she was the one that said, you know what, you should split it right down the middle. And I was just like, wow. And sometimes you talk to people about that and they'll give you those ideas.